I really just don't care. Like, I know what's for me, and if it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out, but it's gonna work. Trust, it is gonna work. Mind your business. Hey y'all, it's your girl Lexi Slexy, and I am doing becoming a wife, a military wife at 19, and advice slash an insight on what's going on in my life, I guess. Yeah, so welcome. Okay, I'm nervous, can you tell? I've never really answered these questions before. I've had some of my friends and my best friend especially come together and create questions for me that you guys would probably want to know about. So the first question was, did anything change in your relationship after you sealed the deal, marriage? I think, yeah, a lot changed. I mean, everything was still similar, but a lot changed because we have to be more in sync financially, making big decisions and communicating more. And it's just that a lot of the stuff was different because when you have a boyfriend, it's just easy, like, bitch, excuse my mouth, but you know what I mean, like, But now it's just like you have to really try harder to make sure things work rather than just let it be what it is. How did you cope with all the negative things people said about you getting married so young? To be honest, at first, it was really hard for me because I don't necessarily really care what anybody has to say about me, but it's just like every time you hear something negative, like, oh, it's not gonna work, or, you know, he's in the military, he's gonna cheat on you, or you guys just get married because he's in the military. No. We've been together years prior, and we felt like it would have been the right move because of the predicament that we were in. But now, from family to outsiders to friends, it's just like now we do whatever makes us happy. So he's more nonchalant than me. Like, he really don't care. It affects him, but not as much. As long as we have the people that we love that supports us, or even if they didn't support us, I think we would be fine. But yeah, it was hard, but I really just don't care. Like, I know what's for me, and if it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out, but it's gonna work. Trust, it is gonna work. Mind your business. Do you ever feel lonely? I cannot lie. This is one of the most things that I don't feel like you could ever get used to it because you went from being distant to being together. So I was used to being with him almost every day since high school to him leaving for boot camp. So that was a drastic change. Him coming back, me going back and forth seeing him. And then right now he's away in California. So it's just like, it's really hard because I'm so used to having that person around, and I get lonely. Like, I don't have my person, as you would say. Like, you know, like, it's better with him than without him. So I be feeling in my moods like I be having to boss up, can't lie to you. But when I'm lonely, I try to busy myself. Of course I'm gonna get sad, but I do work, or I read or listen to music, and my friends and family are a big help. Like, they'll call and keeping me company, even though I feel like they're just trying to make sure I'm good. But yeah, like, go shopping, stuff like that, to be honest. But yeah, I do get lonely. What do I do in the past time while your husband is gone? Well, it ties up with the last question, but I read, go shopping, talk to family, work. I work like every day. I did not want to be that stay-at-home wife kind of thing because I'm busybody. Like, I want to do things. I want to be able to help out in some way. So yeah, that's what I do. What is some advice you would give to another soon-to-become military wife? Well, sweet. You have to be patient and open to be more understanding. Do not compromise yourself, but be more understanding and a little lenient, because some of the stuff they go through, sometimes they have harder days. They come off a little rough. So you got to be there to console them. And I'm one that, you know, I'm very religious in submitting to your husband, not putting myself down, but I try to compromise for some things that he wants, because I know it's a bit harder for him because his job is not like a regular job. And me trusting, so, and communicate. And if you're about to get married really soon, buy your stuff early. Like, seriously. Look into your areas before you move. I was the one that didn't want to move on base, so I started looking elsewhere. Being informed is another one. Like, ask questions, because if you don't ask questions, you won't know, especially when they go on duty, whenever they go to places. And try to keep it alive, because sometimes it's going to be dead. But that's it. How did it feel to just up and leave and start a new life? Y'all, it was hard. Okay, because I've always been around family and my friends, and especially my little siblings. Like, we're attached at the hip, okay? So it's very hard for me to leave and transition to be with my husband. Yes, I was with him before, but now it's just like, I'm not gonna see you guys every day. Like, y'all get on my nerves, but I really won't miss them getting on my nerves. So it was really hard. It wasn't hard because I knew it would be with him, but it was hard for me to like know that I'm leaving everyone, and I can't be able to say, yo, I want to hang out today, or like, hey, y'all want to go there, or they just being at my house just chilling. You know, it was like a whole different ball game now. Not saying that I don't do none of that now, but it's a little bit harder because I'm not closer to them. If you were supposed to go back and change something, what would it be and how would you do it? What would I change? I don't think I would per se change anything, but I would, sometimes I feel like I'm not doing enough, or like I'm sidetracked. So I would say I would go back and look into different things before I just went into it. Not my marriage per se, but just like the aspect of the area that we live in and stuff like that. It's not a bad area, but I wish I looked more. If I knew things earlier, I would change the way I work now, because as soon as I came down here, I was like, I cannot stay home. I should have got a job. And I got a job like a couple days after being here, and it was just like, that's not my cup of tea. No. So I wish I would have just relaxed more and be level-headed and not think that I'm not doing anything. Like, I'm always doing something and I'm helping out somewhere. But I just wish I would have stayed a little bit more level-headed and not think that I'm not doing anything, if that makes sense. I'm sorry if it doesn't. Was it easy for you to adjust after moving to a new state? Yes and no. More likely on the no side, because I started to get not homesick, but family sick and friend sick. And it just felt it helped me to feel lonely too. Not only because I don't have anyone up here, but when my husband's not here, I really feel it like, damn, I really don't have nobody around here. And that really hurts my feelings. Leaving my job, because I was working back at home before I came up here, I was just like, the new transition of me finding a new job was a bit hectic. Like, I was really hard on myself to find a job, but I should have slowed down. I shouldn't just have like jumped in this water. I should have evaluated where I came first. And school wise, it's a lot of good incentives for and benefits for you if you're doing school out of state. So I wouldn't say you should worry about oh, you have to pay the out of state fee. It's a lot of benefits for that, I guess. But I'm looking forward to starting school in maybe January. I'm hoping to start school in January. So right now I'm just full at work nonstop, and that's what I do now that he's not here. But it's really hard, especially you meeting new people. Sometimes you might not agree with the new people in your surroundings, but yeah. Did any of your friendships or relationships with family fail because of your marriage? If so, how did you cope with it, and what's your advice on going forward? Friendships, I wouldn't say none of my friendships really failed. I think a lot of people were skeptical and was like, Lex, are you sure you're doing the right thing at the right time? But even family, I think more likely my family failed because some people were just like a bit too, I come from a Caribbean background, so a lot of people was like, you sure you're doing the right thing, Lexi? And I'm just like, and then they start to speak negative to you. But like I said, the people that were for me supported it, so it's just like, and then the people that didn't support it and like talked down on it, from both families, we kind of just pushed it to a side and left from a distance, because you just got to do what's best for you. Like, you can't do anything that's best for anybody else but yourself. So yeah, it is what it is, and I gotta be happy, so I gotta do what makes me happy. The best I could say I did was push people to a side that wasn't for me and didn't root for what I wanted. I'm not saying they should have agreed. They didn't have to agree, but they could have supported more. So I just love from a distance. And an advice going forward for that is just like, put yourself first. Choose what you want to do first, and don't make because of the next person's opinion put you down and make you think less of what you're doing. Don't do that. If you feel like you want to do it, do it. If you feel like you need an outside opinion, yes, that is also helpful, but don't let somebody's negative atmosphere and spirit corrupt what you're doing. It's not gonna work. It's really not gonna work. And do you feel like getting married changed you for the better or for the worse? Explain. Well, I feel like marriage changed me for the better because, well, I've always been a go-getter as a person, but I feel like now it's just like, I feel a bit more grown. Like, I cannot settle for that little baby girl stuff. Like, I have to do more for myself and do more for my husband, and just pushing myself to be better, because I'm not a baby anymore. Like, I'm doing grown woman stuff. So it's just about me evolving. I feel like it's helped me grow and make better decisions as a person. Like, I don't make a decision about myself. I make it for my family and my ongoing family whenever I start a family. But that's it. And I think that's it. Another question is, why did I choose to live on base, off base, and why? I chose off base housing because, number one, I wanted a life outside of being a military wife in a sense, but now I think that I should have probably looked into it more. A lot of the benefits does help to cover outside housing, but I was kind of scared of meeting the new wives and meeting the new people, and military people scare me sometimes. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So it was just like a nerve-wracking thing, but I think it's a good thing because it's kind of like I'm on base, but not really. But a lot of wives live in the community that I live in. I just really don't talk to anybody because I don't know. I just don't. But yeah, I felt like at the time off-base housing was good for me and it helped me. So yes. But if you have any more questions or advice videos or anything, just leave them down below. And please, 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 just give me advice on what you want to see, what you want to hear the next time. Okay? I'm down for it. But thanks for watching and stay tuned for my upcoming videos. Remember to like, subscribe, and share, comment, all of that. Like, if you're not subscribed to me, like, do that now. Sweetie, what are you doing? Honestly. Did you do it good? I didn't hear the click. Oh, I heard it. Okay. Well, thanks, y'all. See you again. Bye.